Hello and welcome back to Just Some Space Guy, but you can just call me Space G. I'm here with another Dead Rock chapter review. Chapter 4 finally came out and it is time to review it, because I really enjoyed Dead Rock so far. So the chapter starts off outside. Class F walks towards something in their casual outfits. They aren't in the clothes of the school, and there are other students around them outside talking about them. Hey, did you hear what Class F did? They totally wiped out Class D. If you don't know who Class D is, they were those folders from Chapter 3, who got absolutely demolished by Class F. Crap! Kuga-san's definitely gonna hear about this. That's not even funny if Kuga-san comes out. So they are talking about some mysterious person named Kuga, and apparently Hien is interested in this name. If I would bet money on who Kuga is, I would say Kuga might be an upperclassman, like from class 2 or class 3 who is near graduation, if there is class 3. And I believe Hien might have some type of connection or history with Kuga. Who knows, maybe Hien came to school to meet this person named Kuga, or to kill this person named Kuga. But anyway, we are seeing Yakuto being slightly nervous walking behind everyone. I mean, he has that silent kid personality after all. Got found out that Maxwell Sensei was a fake, and he might know it was me. No, what I am getting scared of. I came here to kill God. I need to be prepared. So this kinda confirms what I was talking about previously in the other chapter reviews, that Yakuto might not be fully confident in his skill, or he knows that he isn't strong enough to kill God. And just who was that girl? It sounded like she knew about my curse, and she disappeared right afterwards. And this is kind of funny because people want to see this cat girl really badly because, well, she's really interesting, especially when it comes to her character design. She showed up at the end of chapter 3 and said to Yakuto that Yakuto doesn't have much time left. After that, the chapter ended. Apparently, the only update we got regarding that conversation was this, and Yakuto says that she disappeared the moment she just showed up, told Yakuto that you are going to die, and then she disappeared. What is just that is just funny. But moving on, Yakuto is looking down, and today's class is practical training, dueling to death at that arena. So they are actually going to that arena. What was introduced last chapter, meaning we are getting even more world building from the previous chapters. A tremendous number of souls of the dead must be slumbering there. Will I be able to eat them all, says Mikoto. And they arrive to that arena, and the design of that arena is just so much amazing. Like, look at this, how beautiful this is. Has this in ruins and under construction type of vibe to it, with some evil demonic vibe with those black orbs that are floating at the towers. It's just so clean. Mashima is giving his all to make every single place in Dead Rock manga feel unique and interesting. Like, if you see this place, you just know that something cool will happen in it. The moment Mikoto sets her foot into that arena's sand, she instantly falls on the ground on her knees. It's a bit more than I expected. The many voices of the soul slumbering here. No, there are many screams. Meaning, more people died in that arena than what Mikoto is capable to handle with her leech senses. This instantly scares Chako and she tries to run away, but Hone stops her. But then, Laen sensei appears riding on a chariot, but unlike any normal people or person, riding chariots on the back parts where you are supposed to. No, Laen is standing on the head of a horse. I don't know why the horse is even pulling a chariot to begin with, but I mean, you have to have a style. So Laen jumps off of the horse, lands in a superhero landing, then does a bunch of JoJo poses. Yes, you heard it right, JoJo poses. A bunch of them. Then he does a single hip thrust, making the chariot explode. Yeah, you heard it right, that's what he did. He made the chariot explode with a hip thrust. By the way, Laen is wearing these BDSM type clothes, but it's kinda disappointment for me because I thought he will have more like a samurai type clothing. Like, I thought he will be much more like an Oni, not some weird pervert or something, but hey, who knows, it might fit his character actually. Hey Class F, I'm Laen. Let's have some hot duels today. Yep, he's a creep. So everyone is excited because we are going to have duels. By the way kids, I heard you killed all of Class D. Sweet, that's great! So to start off, I wanna see what you can do. The way he moves is annoying though. Hien is my spirit animal. But you see also Yakuto having this silent kid face. Again, what means he's plotting something evil? If we all fought him at once, could we kill him? He might not seem it, but he's quite powerful. If I misjudge things here, he'll kill us. So Yakuto is already plotting to kill another teacher. Like, this manga out of context is so weird. Yeah, Yakuto came here to kill God and kill all the teachers working for him, so this makes sense. First, he'll have you break into pairs for practice fights. One-on-one, hot duels! Yeah, he's so weird! So Freyr out of nowhere hugs Yakuto saying, "I'll battle Yakuto." Then I'm stuck with this ice dog, Silent Zombie. So there's going to be some type of rivalry between Hien and Orochi, and I absolutely love it. I mean, both of them are swordsmen. Class F has 2 swordsmen, so it is natural that they are going to be rivaling each other. I've been wanting to go up against you, Freyr-san, this is just a practice match. Come at me for real, says Freyr with that heart in her eye. Yakuto is shaking, but we are friends, so hitting each other is a bit. Then Freyr says, "Then I'll kick you." I mean, that's a solution. If I can't hit you, I'm going to kick you. And you say, Yakuto flying off. This is funny because so far Yakuto was constantly shown like a beast and stuff, and now him getting punched out of the screen is just funny. So seems like Yakuto and Freyr are actually evenly matched. Even after Yakuto pulls out his dragon arm, Freyr's fire is still too hot for Yakuto to properly handle, and they are like matching each other's powers. Base Freyr is as powerful as Yakuto with his one dragon arm. So I think this means that Freyr is much more powerful than we actually expected her to be. While Yakuto might be weaker than we actually expected him to be. But whatever is the case, it is actually really interesting so far. Way back when, I read a story about a battle between a fire wizard and a black dragon. Ha, that sounds like us. Who won? The fire wizard. This is a clear reference to Natsu vs Acnologia. And I'm going to call it once again, and I'm probably going to do this nearly every single chapter if there is some reference to Fire Tail, but I really hope Deadrock is actually connected somehow to Fire Tail, because this is already the second or third or I don't know, fourth reference to Fire Tail. Like, there are just too many references after one each other, and they are really specific. They aren't just like a background cameo or something, they are straight up references to events from Fire Tail. So we see Raizen and Hien fighting, and they are actually pretty good against each other. You are better with a sword than I expected, dog, and who are you to judge, zombie? My route is Orochi, says Raizen by smiling. I'll show you the 8 sword method. Pulling out 8 swords from his bag, one is a true sword what he is always carrying around, and 7 other swords what are these transparent, meaning they might actually be like magic or something. But then of course Hien has to rouse the living hell, I mean you can't really say living hell because Orochi is already dead, out of Orochi saying, "I'll feel bad for you if you get sliced into pieces again. I'll freeze your heart instead." I can already feel that people will not let that Orochi got slices into pieces go. They will always use it to look down or just mock Orochi for absolutely no reason. It is going to be peak comedy. But as the fights between Freyr and Yakuto is going, whoa, you are stronger than I imagined, Freyr-san. We are not going all out yet, but you are too, Yakuto. Meaning they, as I said before, they are kinda even in this combination. Base Freyr is as strong as Yakuto with one dragon arm. But then Yakuto asks, "Why did you come to Deadrock?" Well, I wanna fight, but I also wanna surpass my big sister. She didn't graduate. So apparently Freyr had a sister who came to study in Deadrock to become a demon king herself. But she didn't graduate from Deadrock, what pretty much means she died. Your big sister, yeah, she was way stronger than me. But she didn't make it to graduation, she died during a class, what I said before. If I can graduate, he'll have made it further than her. And we see a backstory of Freyr. Freyr's backstory is awesome, like this is awesome. Like there is not a single dark element in Freyr's backstory, and this is just amazing. This awesome backstory for Freyr fits her character really well, and I think it's really refreshing and interesting. Laen stops the fight, saying, "Okay, stop right there. Whoa, you all blab my sock off. I am enchanted." "Yes, Laen, I want you all." Everyone is just confused. What do you mean you want us all? And then Laen snaps his fingers, and one of the gates opens from that arena. And from the gates, people start to march out. School uniforms. Don't tell me they are students. They sure are. These are my battle pets, your senpais. And you see the battle pets and they look like zombies, like some possessed evil type shit. Don't worry, I have the principal's permission. He said I can pick about 10 students a year to make into my battle pets. Just what they sound like. They are pets to keep me satisfied. I can hit them, I can kill them, and I can enjoy cuties in other ways too. And these pieces of Yakuto, you can see Yakuto is actually angry. And one thing what you want to avoid is pissing off Yakuto. Anyone my battle pets bite turns into a battle pet. Easy to understand, huh? And why do we have to turn into those? And Laen says, "I told ya, I'm enchanted by ya. That's how it is. I feel for ya. Battle pets have it good. You'll get my attention every day." So meaning, you will be my slave. Here is the thing, Laen will be cancelled on Twitter pretty fast. This guy, he is a real creep. No shit, Sherlock. Mikoto, can you control them? They are not dead bodies. Though I can't say they are alive either. So in short, these pets what Laen is actually having aren't actually zombies or aren't dead, meaning Mikoto can control them. So in short, Laen's power is actually different than Mikoto's. Mikoto is a necromancer who brings back the dead, while Laen's power might be actually controlling already alive people. So his power might be some type of possession, like he puts some type of curse on someone that makes them possessed and makes him be capable to control them. What could also explain why many of these possessed people have this black thing coming from their eyes and why are they falling apart. And apparently they are really strong. And I think the reason they are actually strong is because most of the students who became pets of Laen actually one of the stronger students, like Laen saw how strong they are and he was like, "Yep, you are going to be my pet." But then you see Yakuto being even more angrier. This is why the 4 demon teachers with their divine power can't be left alive. So I don't know what this divine power what Yakuto is talking about is, but I have a feeling that God actually gave some type of power to all the 4 demon teachers so they will be much more powerful. And that's what my divine power is. And Laen's divine power might actually be that he is capable to control people. And Yakuto is really angry. "I'm going to kill you all. Please stand back, everyone," says like Yakuto. This is what it means to be prepared to challenge God himself. And Yakuto transforms into a dragon, and Yakuto doesn't stop just here. He goes all berserk. He starts smashing all the corpses and the battle pets, throwing them around in the entire arena like one after another, and he's just menacing. Like, do you remember when Acnologia first showed up in Tenru Island arc? That is exactly the level of menacing what is Yakuto replicating right here. Even Laen looks at him and like he's smiling like this is the real shit. This is peak. Dead Rock is peak. But I also want to mention that even though Yakuto's dragon form looks like that of Acnologia, his dragon form isn't actually identical to that of Acnologia. There are many minor details difference between Yakuto's dragon form and Acnologia's dragon form. But I have to say that I was totally not expecting Yakuto to turn into a fucking dragon the 4th fucking chapter. This is peak. Yakuto is fully capable to replicate the menace what Acnologia was at Tenru Island arc. Yakuto doesn't fuck around. But moving on from all the simping done to Yakuto, Freyr's sister who died shows up and she is one of Laen's pets. And that's where the chapter ends. meaning next chapter we are probably going to see Freyr face her own sister. And in my opinion, there is a high chance that Freyr will defeat her, proving that she is stronger than her sister is, or sister was. But the next thing I actually expecting to see in the next chapter is Yakuto contra Laen. Yakuto is most likely going to go batshit crazy in the 5th chapter, fighting against Laen and potentially killing him. I can't describe how hype I am for the next chapter. Mashima is going all out to make Deadrock as peak as possible, and he doesn't hold back. I mean, look at this picture! Yakuto turned into a dragon! How cool that is! This is peak! If you are not reading Deadrock, you are greatly missing out. But anyway, so if you enjoyed this chapter review, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and see you guys in space. Bye!